Awesome.
So I am recording.
Yay.
Oh, welcome to all the hardy Plexus peeps. We gotta find a better name than a peep. Plexus
Our
peep.
Plexus family, our Plexus team.
Our team, our
family.
shipmates.
No.
Anyways,
Anyways,
I like that one better.
thank you for joining us, guys. We really do appreciate it. We actually do look forward to hanging out with you. And yeah, we just always want to be adding value, and the stuff that we share is stuff that I guess we're learning. I think that's, as you hear from other people that, are teaching different things, I've heard quite a few times that the best time to teach something is actually as you're learning it. And so that's usually what we end up doing, because there's always something to learn. There's always something to grow in. There's always an area where we can just become better.
Yeah, you betcha.
So what are we going to talk about tonight?
Never stops.
What are we going to talk about tonight?
Well, a little bit we're going to talk about is staying attractional. Staying attractive to your customers. And it really has nothing to do with our looks, but it has.
But it can have a little bit.
Well, yeah. Brush your teeth.
Yeah, brush your teeth.
Like I always do. Stuff like that. Take a shower. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, no, just being the best you, right? Showing up and just being the best you.
But being attractional is actually I wrote some stuff down, but I gotta do something. So hang on for a second here. I'm trying to work computer at the same time.
Sorry, guys.
So there. Should be good. No, maybe not. That should be good.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you want to grab your thing?
So I'm just going to grab some papers. I was just going to go through some stuff. Just remember, you guys can hear me okay? Because I'm echoing, so that's okay. So I just going through some things, and part of being attractional is, we want to inspire one another, but we also want to inspire the people we're around, and that's how, we attract people, right? Is if we stay in, everybody else is drawn to that. Before I start with that, though, I just want to remind people how easy it is to do Plexus. If you have a magazine catalog, you're almost there. Have a catalog, be familiar with it. That's awesome. This is my commercial, by the way. And if you have a success guide, that's awesome too. That's it takes about an hour for me, maybe an hour and a half to read through. You got it made for the business. And but last, if you got an Eric Worre Go Pro book, man, you are on your road to being a multimillionaire. Literally, you have these 3 simple things. You could literally do the Plexus business and make thousands of dollars. And that's it. Those are the main things. Now, the other thing that we can't put up here is your personal development stuff, but that actually tells you that in these books anyways. So that's actually the simplicity of Plexus. If you know a little bit about everything on those topics, you're on your way. So a couple of things. Being attractional is well, the main thing I want to talk about. I'm not going to talk about a lot of different things because it's kind of the word itself is kind of says a lot on its own. But one thing about being attractional is, here, I'll use my cat as my example. This guy tortures me sometimes. He'll come start clawing me. They call it kneading, but man, I feel like I've been needled to death after an hour.
Feel like a pincushion?
Pincushion, yeah. So sometimes it gets annoying, but I still love the little guy. So this could be kind of like our Plexus people, customers. Say this little cat's our customer, and he's already trying to get away from me. So I gotta work on my Big L stuff. But anyways, I love him. I want to take care of him. He's a good customer, but sometimes it gets annoying and starts to bug me, and I get frustrated with him, and I want him to leave. So that is what we always got to watch with staying attractional. Actually, staying attractional is there are times where we're gonna rub the wrong way with people, and it's gonna happen because we're only human, right? And so when we run into those situations, always remind yourself that it's really important that, you know, bottom line, we just want to represent the company. We just want to provide a good service, and you're going to run into some people that are just going to rub us the wrong way, or we rub them the wrong way, whatever, and that's just going to happen. And I can tend to let it get to me after a while, and that's where I gotta step back and say, Randy, it's not about me. Don't get offended about anything. It's just about providing a good product and good service, and just keep doing that to the customers, even if they aren't always nice to me. It actually doesn't matter. That's right. That's just part of the business. But you still treat them with respect, still treat them with kindness, and that is something I got to practice at. I got to work at it. Sometimes I'd just like to, I won't say what I'd like to do.
Like just kind of write people off.
But we could write people off. And sometimes I'll get a little upset at times, but there again, I just want to encourage you that honestly, if we start showing that we're frustrated with people, and we start thinking that way, and our attitude starts becoming that way, we're not going to be are we going to be attracting people? I don't think so.
Can I give an example?
I think we become unattractional.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and kind of how I think and process that is, having a relationship with somebody, it's like there's a bridge between the two of you, right? So you can go back and forth, they can come, you can go, but when conflict or misunderstanding or somebody get annoying, or because people can tend to be negative and be skeptical, and we all have those people where you see their name on your phone, you're like, I don't really want to answer this phone, they're going to be complaining about something, right? But it's like, for me, how I picture it in my head is, my job is to do the best that I can to keep that bridge there. So even if they're having their little issues or they're being negative or whatever, I need to kind of not own that, because my job is to be a bridge maintainer, right? And so, because there may be times where, people walk away or things aren't rectified, like let's say with our Plexus business, maybe somebody's just like, nope, nope, didn't work, whatever, and they're just focusing on any negative things. Our job as ambassadors and representatives of our personal business, as well as the bigger picture of Plexus, is just to keep that bridge, because you never know when they want to come back. But if we've just been like, screw you, blow up the bridge, there's no way they can come back, right? But if you've maintained the bridge from your end, then when the time comes, because I believe that nothing's impossible, nobody's a total write-off, you never know what's going to happen down the road, that the bridge has been maintained and it's easy for them to come back. Yeah. So that's kind of how I picture it.
Yeah, so it's learning to be nice.
Learn to be nice.
Over and over again. So it's, as a few of my cards, I write down cards. It'd be awesome if I was actually organized, because then
they would be all in one place.
They'd all be in one place. So, but I randomly found these cards all over the house, and one of the things is having that $1 million mindset is us learning how to manage our expectations, and I also wrote down here, make your business attractive. Yeah. So that is important. Yeah. And how do we do that? A couple of things, because a big part of it is our mindset and our attitude, and how our atmosphere that we create around us. That's the hugest part of it.
Excuse me.
So one of the ways is compliment people. Yeah. Even if they're feeling down, what the best thing to get them up is actually, value them. People love recognition. People love to be appreciated. And value, value the people around us, value your customers, and that's just simple little things. I bought this car once, and I shouldn't have bought it, but I bought it anyways. And then But you know what? The salesman, I love the guy. You know, he sent me a birthday card. And I still remember that. All he sent me was this little birthday card saying, happy birthday, Randy, how's life going? And you know what? This is probably like 25, 30 years later, and I actually still remember that.
Yeah.
Just so think about that. You know, it's some of the very simple things in life that people are drawn to. And so keeping even our plexus, we already know we got an amazing product, and we already know it can help a lot of people. So we can be confident in that part. We got nothing. We don't have nothing to actually prove there. We just walk in confidence in that. But for people to want to listen and be drawn to us, you know, when we put out some compliments to them, and actually genuinely put out compliments, you know, actually genuinely learn to value people, and you know, and even you can practice, say, who can I put a smile on somebody's face today? You know, actually go with that mindset when you get up. How can I make somebody's day happier or better? Just by smiling or just saying hi to somebody, you'd be amazed the response you'll get just by being kind to someone. And it, you know, it doesn't always have to be, oh, I got to well, plexus after that. Just learn to be valuing people, learn to appreciate, and that will automatically just start fitting into your life. And as plexus is also part of your life, and things will just naturally start to happen then. So that's probably one of the strongest areas of, you know, being attractive is, you know, learning to value people and actually speak value into them, you know, and people really appreciate stuff like that. That's huge. So, you know, we'll leave it at that.
Yeah, I was just going to say, like, just with, you had mentioned about the business part of it. And one of the things that Big Al said that really stuck out to me, I don't remember it word for word, but pretty much the gist of it on the Zoom he did with us last Tuesday. And if you haven't had a chance to watch it, it's on Blessed with Plexus. You just scroll down. He spent half hour with our team on Zoom and gave some really valuable information. And one of the things he said, and it takes a lot of pressure off of all of us when we actually hear what he said and take it to heart. He said, you know what, our job is not, we're not the research experts. We don't have to know all the ingredients. We don't have to know about the research. We don't have to develop promotion videos. We don't have to, you know, put together brochures. We don't have to put our website together. We don't have to do any of those things, the marketing, all that kind of stuff. Our job is to share the opportunity and to help people make a decision. That's our job. That's it. Yeah. Right? And so, you know, by doing that, that's where, you know, being attractional, that's stuff we can just work on ourselves. And it doesn't cost money. Like, it's literally just taking the time to say, what are areas where I can grow in to be better at being me? It's not about being somebody else. It's better being you. Like, but you need to be genuine. Like you said, when you're giving compliments, like, just be genuine. Yeah. And what was I going to say? Something else. Yeah, I can't remember.
I do have a little Big Al commercial during our time. And we also got, you have somebody talking later?
Yeah.
And we got somebody talking.
Cassie's going to share.
Yeah, Cassie's going to share, so that's awesome. Can't wait for that. And so part of Big Al, yeah, we're actually going to keep promoting Big Al a bit. You know, I got a 2-minute clip I want to show you of him. The guy's just awesome. And you know what? Yeah, that's a part of learning how to talk to people. We can conquer the world, right? And also, you know, learning, also becoming confident with yourself. Dream big, think big. And here's another card I just pulled up. This is, you know, learning to be attractional is actually learning to believe in yourself, that you actually are, you know, qualified to do this as a life choice. And so I write some extreme things, go figure. But anyways, so here's just a card of some of my goal settings that I set. Because you know what? It's important to have affirmations, especially when you wake up. Read some affirmations about stuff and some of your goals. And so I put, I am a lean, mean, motivational machine. You know, I wrote that probably months back, and actually I'm starting to work out more because I would like to be a lean, mean, motivational machine, you know. Anyways, I am a top ranking double diamond. You know, go big, go big. Plexus ambassador, billionaire entrepreneur. You know, and just stuff like that. And I also, you know, something else that we enjoy doing, it says, so I wrote this down. I give millions of dollars to those in need. Why not? You know, and you know, I am a warrior who's unstoppable. So hey, I am the storm. So you know what? Pick yourself up and then go pick other people up and get them, you know, excited about life. And Plexus is part of that journey of life.
So you have a promo for Big Al?
Yeah, I got a.
Can I just give an example? I actually
sure.
From the Big Al video that he did with us, the phrase, because he actually, what he does, if you're not familiar, is he has specific phrases that you can use in sharing information. And those phrases that he has are proven to help people keep their initial resistance down, so they can literally hear what you're saying and then make a decision, not just resist you without knowing what you're saying. And so the phrase that he focused on with our Zoom was, would it be okay? And so actually I just wrote down an example of one scenario with two different approaches. So Randy and I were at Superstore the other day, and there was a young mom who was checking out just ahead of us.
Oh yeah.
And she she made some comment after she got, you know, the total about how much it was. And then she actually was checking her bill. And she had a new little baby in the carrier in front of her. And then, yeah, you made a comment about, things sure are a lot more than what you expect, right? And she said, she says, this is my first time buying diapers. And, you know, she had a new baby. And so that's the scenario. So this would be one approach. So would you be interested in making some extra money? I'm really excited about this new network marketing company I've joined. I can't wait to show you. Can I send you some information? You'll love these products, and they're the best on the market, and we have tons of research. Can I send you some information? She'd be like, no, that's okay, because it sounds pretty like, I'm super excited and I'm being genuine, but it's just the approach is just overwhelming, right? And it's just lots of information.
She'd run out of the store.
Or just be like, So from Big Al, and the one phrase, would it be okay? So instead of, same scenario, this mama with the diaper, you know, just the bill with the diapers, and I would just say, you know what, I totally, you know, things are getting expensive. Would it be okay if I could easily show you how to make a couple extra $100 a month, and you could actually still stay home with your baby? Could I send you some information?
Yeah. So we did leave her a card and stuff. Mm-hmm. You know, we're in the store, so we're not going to take up any of her time. But, you know, just to offer that compassion.
But to do it in a way where people can hear us for the sincerity that we are sharing, right? Because we can be sincere, but they shut down.
Yeah. So so Big Al's cool. So further ado, and where is this guy? Oh, there he is, right here. All right, I'm going to share the screen. You guys can all see that, I hope. And we're just going to play it, just a 2-minute clip. He's a guy in a coffee shop. Hey guys.
Hey, so I guess there's no sound coming through. So just to encourage you, there's tons of Big Al stuff on YouTube. Just on your own go, because it's really, as I said before, our job is not to be the experts on all the ingredients and all the research. And I mean, it's good to, you know, be learning and educating ourselves, but we don't need to own that pressure of feeling like we have to be the experts on everything. We really just need to know how the best way to offer the opportunity to share the information so that people can make a decision. And I know one of the things Big Al said is actually our job as network marketers is actually the decision-making business. It's helping people to make a decision.
Yeah.
So, and I think, I mean, kind of the overall theme, like whether it's being attractional and the Big Al stuff, is really just keeping our business simple. It does not need to be complicated. We don't need to be somebody else. I know I was chatting with Rona earlier and I was just like, you know what, you're going to do awesome. Just be yourself. You already know how to do that, right? You don't have to learn how to be you, right? Just relax, be yourself, just always be learning and growing, but keeping it simple. And so if we could get Cassia to share, we had her share a few weeks back on one of our Zoom calls. I'll let her explain what it is that she's going to share. But again, it's about realizing again and again and again the simplicity of doing our Plexus businesses. So Take it away, Cassia.
Awesome. Well, I have to first say, Big Al is amazing. So I saw him in Calgary a couple of years ago, and he talked about closing people. Mm-hmm. Anyways, and me and Kyle left there with all of his CDs. So he teaches you a lot, and it's so simple to learn. So I do encourage everybody to go on to YouTube and find his videos because he's pretty awesome.
Definitely.
So what Lisa and Randy wanted me to share with you guys is I kind of did a side project not too long ago where I reached out to Rubies and Higher and asked them what their number one tip was. And I got a response from 9 of them. And it came out with a 50-50 draw. It was either work on relationships, be consistent, or both. So, I mean, they talked about making friends everywhere you go. So similar to what you guys were talking about tonight. Just smile at people, you know, say hi. Just start chatting with people. Make friends because you never know who you're going to run into, right?
Yeah, that's right.
And be consistent with your products and be consistent with like your follow-ups, your team in every area, right? So yeah, it's that simple. It's so simple.
I know. And we always kind of think it's got to be harder than this, but it's not. You know, the big part, even being consistent, it's like if as a person, if I'm not a consistent person, that's something I can actually work on and get better at, right?
Oh, totally.
It's just those skills. So
yeah. So we're actually gonna
I just want to say one more thing. Randy and I are going, and Janice are actually going to be in Alberta from September 26th, 8th?
Yeah.
I think 6th
Sure.
or 8th.
Next Monday.
From next Monday, until about October 3rd. So we're going to be in Alberta for about a week. And we're going to be in some different areas. We're going to be in Calgary area, possibly Sundre, Red Deer, Edmonton. So I'm actually, once we kind of get a little bit better of an itinerary nailed down, because there's a few people that we've been connecting with already to set up some events. Post our itinerary on Blessed with Plexus. So I really want to encourage any of you that are in those areas or have people in those areas, please connect with Randy and I, and we are going to do whatever we can to make sure we connect with people, get them to our events or connect one-on-one if that's the only way it'll work. Yeah. We really just want to be able to pour into each one of your team members or prospects.
Yeah. Yeah, and and just want to follow up. Thank you, Cassia, for sharing because that's been a big thing for us and for something I contemplate occasionally and when the going gets tough, the tough keep going, and that's it. Just keep going and it works. Time will pay itself off. So I'll leave you with one of my book cards that I found. Actually, I got this nice book from Janice, a card book. She had
all the cards are together.
So the cards are together, so I can browse through them all. So yeah. So it's, it's one thing I wrote down on here. It says, just make a commitment for the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years, and make that sacrifice. Be willing to make that sacrifice and work hard now to do what you want later. And then the second thing is, and also at that same time, learn how to duplicate yourself over and over again.
How do we do that? We keep it simple.
And keep it simple. So, because duplication is what makes us grow large. But that's it. We make a commitment now, and yeah, we've got to work hard for it, but we have to work hard for anything we want. That's awesome. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
And but in 3-5 years from now, we're all going to be really happy we did put a little sweat and grease and elbow grease into this, because it is going to pay itself off. And because I definitely don't want to just resign myself to what I used to do. I can't. I won't go there. I am moving forward no matter what. So I just want to encourage y'all. Y'all got greatness within you.
Yes.
You're all going to do awesome. We'll zoom to the moon. And we're going to be in Alberta
next week.
Road tripping next week. And, and don't forget about the promo, guys. We still got that big promo that Plexus has
till
on.
the end of September.
People can make extra money. I know on Rona's site there, she has go to Rona's Facebook Plexus site there. There's a posting on there that she gives a picture of an example of how much money you can make with this promo. It's pretty cool. I think it's like around $300.
Hey, Rona, maybe you can share that on Blessed with Plexus?
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
So just put it out there, and because it's a cool way to make a little extra cash as well. So thanks, guys. We don't want to keep you. Thanks for hanging out with us in the living room. Oh, it even matches. Look at that.
Zoom rooms in their living room.
Anyways.
Yeah,
we're weird.
All right. We appreciate you guys. We love you guys. You guys can do this. Let's keep it simple. Let's be consistent. And let's just do this together. And we're gonna see.
And how to be attractional?
What's that?
Give somebody a hug. You'll attract them.
Oh, I thought you were gonna hug me. Okay.
Or give somebody a back rub.
Okay. That would be good.
Okay.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Okay,
good night.